This time on Yakima is Cool, I want to go back to something that I got a lot of good feedback on, and that is my road trip. I'm not going to go as far as Phoenix. I'm going to stay within Washington State, go Seahawks. But I want to go to the various parks we have. We have federal, state, we have local parks. We have so many great parks. And no, I'm not in Yakima County, even though you see blue sky. I'm in the Olympic National Forest. It's winter, it's monsoon season, and I've had a spectacular day. We've got all this old growth stuff we'll go through here in a little bit, moss everywhere, and we're just going to check out the diversity of this state and just show off how lucky it is to live here in Washington, especially in Yakima. Okay, as we go into the deep, dark woods on this winter's day with sun, it strikes me as it's very strange. I'm getting pulled here hard. Very strange that there's no snow in the woods in the middle of winter, and I'm just wearing a hoodie and a ball cap. But you go through here, and I hope this is picking it up. Look at the moss growing on everything. I think it would be a little difficult to tell which side is north, but it's an amazing place. It's kind of otherworldly, Lord of the Rings. Well worth the trip over here, and hopefully you'll get here on a blue sky day. One of the things that is just a little more magical, at least to myself, is all the waterfalls you see over here. The trails along here remind me of Hawaii, except for the fact that it's in the 20s, but it is so lush. It is just so gorgeous. Slow down there, lead dog. Yeah, it's just well worth the journey over here. Only rainforest in the country, Washington State. Okay, that's just cool. Very cool. There's trees, especially Douglas firs, that can be hundreds of feet tall and over 500 years old, apparently. So it is just going up. Yes, I'm still in the rainforest, although you wouldn't know it today. It's just gorgeous. And I'm at Lake Quinault Lodge. This was built about 100 years ago. I was here a long time ago, and I think there's something kind of interesting here. That is a totem pole that measures the most rain, and it's way up there, over 15 foot. So being in a rainforest, I guess 15 feet might be about right. But this is 1 foot. Yakima gets about that half foot. So yeah, it's quite the difference here in the state. And we just happened to hit it, which is okay by me, on a bluebird day. Throughout the years, I've been to the Oregon beach a lot, and I think a lot of people from Yakima have been to the Oregon beaches. But over here at Ruby Beach, it's just as beautiful as anywhere I've ever seen on the Oregon beach. So let's go check it out. This area is really stunningly beautiful. It has haystack rocks out, just like it does on the Oregon coast. This little stream, though, looks cold, and I'm not going to cross it. So I'm going to go back the other way a few miles, see what I can see. But I will say this, you can probably see in the background, man, this area must get some serious storms because the logs are everywhere. You really have to traverse them to get to the beach. So let's go see what we can see. We went about 3 miles, and I think that's far enough because that means I've got to go back. But wow, what a stunning day. What a stunning beach. We went south, and there's a couple of points here. Mr. Yakima knows nothing about tides, but apparently it's out so you can get around these points, so double check that. But it's just fascinating. You'll be up against areas here that basically have no driftwood, and then other areas up by where Ruby Beach is, there's like hundreds of logs. So it's a stormy area, but not today. Washington State, you've got some great looking beaches. As we come up to this kind of rock grotto jetty area, you see my dog Caesar, but there goes a bald eagle, and there's a partner taking off. That's pretty cool. This is Kalaloch Lodge in the winter. It's on Highway 101, and it is literally the only place you can stay along the beaches. Very much unlike Oregon. There is no development and no people. I don't know if it's the feds, the state, or Indian tribes, but no one is here. And the beaches just are huge and long and just fantastic. Magical place. You can probably tell I'm not at a state park. I'm actually in the town of Forks. And years ago, there was a TV show called Twilight. And this is apparently the #1 spot in America for vampires. But as luck would have it, it's a sunny day. It never gets sunny here. They have over 300 days of rain, where Yakima has 300 of sunshine. But all the vampires, they're gone. So I've failed you on this. No vampires to report out of Forks at this time. About the furthest point you can go from Yakima when you're headed northwest is Port Townsend. And I'm in Port Townsend, and I'm on their Water Walk Trail. And behind me is the Strait of Juan de Fuca. I think I'm saying that right. It's my favorite strait. Yeah, this is a beautiful area, and it's, again, without rain. It usually rains here every day. So we're having a good time. We're taking advantage of the really nice trails. Trails can take place not just on federal and state land, they can be in cities too. And so most cities have them. We have the Greenway. Make sure you get out on one. So if you don't want to travel all the way to a rainforest, good news. Right here in Yakima, the city of Yakima last year just put in the Lower Cowiche Trail system. It does not go all the way to Cowiche Trail, but they've got a bridge here I think you could drive a tank over. I mean, it's a beautiful trail. Right behind me, in way of a way to find this, since no one knows about it and no one is ever here when I go by, it's Garrettson Grade behind me, where Powerhouse runs into Cowiche Creek Road. It's about only 200 yards. But because it's the city of Yakima, they put in nice sidewalks and an area for parking, but they never finished the parking, and they have big blocks there, so no one can park to get here. So good intentions gone awry. But I'm going to take the trail and see what we see. Okay, don't get mad at Mr. Yakima, but I'm 3/4 of a mile in, and the trail ends, and there you can see the signs from the cities. And there is another access. It goes out there to Cowiche Canyon Road, just about 100 yards out. But when you're at the road, there's no mention that this is here. None, zero. It's very limited. There is absolutely no parking here. These folks probably don't want you to park in their driveway. But the trail itself is gorgeous. But really, there's no access on either side. That's why if you want some solitude, hike on down here. It's a beautiful trail, and you won't run into anyone thanks to the city of Yakima. I'm showing off my Canadian hat because I think most people realize I'm a ski bum. I'm on a trail that's on the way up to Whistler. I'm in Bellingham, and you wouldn't know that I'm in Bellingham because I'm on this trail that is just so beautiful here in Whatcom County, just in the middle of their city. There's a river down here. They've got some fall action going on and stuff, and I'm gonna check it out, but this city really knows how to put together a nice trail system. So the path is really nice and wide. There's areas you can go lower, but we're right here now at Yakima Falls. Looks like they built this around 1939-40. But look at this bridge. It is like complete fantasy land. They've got a flume running down there, but it is spectacular. And we're right in downtown Bellingham. So if you're over here visiting, you got a kid in school, you're doing a road trip, stop in here. It's a nice hike, it's beautiful, and it's right in the middle of their city. If you've had kids, you get to watch a lot of cartoons. One that I enjoyed was Ice Age. And there were a lot of Ice Age movies, and you know, they were cute, they were fun. One of them had to deal with a great flood, and the biggest flood, from my understanding, in recorded human history was the Great Missoula Flood. And there was a giant ice dam in Missoula, Montana, and it roared through Washington State. And this area is known as the Scablands. And yeah, if you're called the Scablands, well, it's pretty nasty looking, and it's only a land that a mother could love. But there is a place down here in this otherworldly landscape that is one of the most beautiful places you'll see. Whoa, there's actually someone else here. That's pretty odd. But we're gonna go check it out. It's not really the best hiking spot, but you're gonna wanna come here if you're on an adventure in the Scablands of Eastern Washington. As we get out of the car, we see this beautiful river canyon here in the Scablands. But take a look at this, maybe the most beautiful waterfall, not only in the state, but the country, Palouse Falls. It is just gorgeous. Gorgeous day. We're still in the winter, and you can see how the green is still, well, very active here this time of year. There's a trail up there. If you bring in the kids, keep them off that trail. Someone seems to fall every few years, and yeah, they don't make it. So pretty cool. We have a science whiz here. Tell us a fun fact about.
So the water vapor coming off of like the waterfall, it's not actually, still a liquid. That's why you can still see it. Same thing happens with steam. The reason why it's able to float is that it's just lost all of its water buddies to weigh it down.
Okay, well, see, that's why you watch Yakima is Cool. Fun facts and beautiful facts. That is Palouse Falls. Spectacular. From the beaches on the far west side of the state, we're on the far east side of the state in Spokane. And we're right downtown. The Spokane River's behind me in the falls. Hello there, folks. A lot of people out here today. It's a beautiful day, and they've got just a great system of parks through here where the river goes. You can really take a nice walk. It's really spectacular. I mean, they've got gondolas that run. If you haven't been over here, this is really, really a fun area to go to. So let's go check it out. The trails over here are right downtown. I mean, the river really runs through Spokane, and they take great use of it and a lot of pride. You've got the park down there. You can see the gondolas. They're not running right now, but you can go all around. If you go right up above here where it shows these fish, that's where the Nordstrom's is. So you really are right at the center of town. And it's just, it's really fun to walk through it. Not far away is where they had the Spokane World's Fair back in '74 or so. So yeah, if you're in Spokane, don't miss out. Speaking of the pavilion, there is the '74 Expo Pavilion. A little different, but it's still around, long time ago. And right across is one of the more iconic structures. You've got the clock tower. Kind of looking into the sun, might be a little hard to see. And right over here, where we used to take the kiddos a long time ago, they have a beautiful carousel in there. So yeah, this is, as I say, just a great area if you want to get some hikes in, explore the downtown, and see some of the prettiest scenery here in the inland Northwest. Spokane River Park. One last thing before I leave Spokane, they have a bunch of statues down here all over the place. This section here is in honor of the Bloomsday Runners. And yeah, it's just very cool. Very active community, lots of trails and stuff. It doesn't just have to be downtown. So if you're in Spokane, hit the trails. Well, I made it back to Yakima. That was a fun adventure throughout the state. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're subscribing. The great thing about Yakima is it is central. There is a lot to do. Yakima is cool. The doggies are below me and trying to pull me into the river. But what you need to remember about this state is how diverse it is. I mean, from some of the highest mountain peaks in North America, we have the only rainforest, we've got beaches, we've got deserts, river canyons, we have it all. So we're so close. What you really should do is just make a point, make an effort to get outside. Because if you do, it's going to be good for your mental health, and it's going to be a day that you don't forget. So this is Mr. Yakima. Until next time, go have some fun.